Imagine waking up every day with a feeling that's hard to shake, a feeling that something's not right. You feel it in the pit of your stomach, that growing fear, that sense of dread. You start your day but with a heaviness in your heart, knowing that you can't fully trust your own body anymore. The simple, everyday activities, things that used to be second nature, now seem like a challenge. You hesitate before leaving the house, not because of what's outside, but because of the fear inside you. Fear that something might happen. Fear of an accident. Fear of losing control at the worst possible moment. You avoid places, events, and even social gatherings, not because you don't want to be there, but because you're afraid of what others might think, of the embarrassment you might face. You're constantly calculating every step, every decision, trying to figure out when you can go, where you can go, and how long you can last without the risk of discomfort taking over. It's as if you're living in a constant state of worry, always on edge, always holding back. But the worst part is, it's not just the fear of the situation itself, it's the overwhelming feeling of confusion. You start to ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Why can't I just be like I was before? You're told it's just part of getting older, that this is something everyone faces, that it's just a natural part of aging. But deep down you know something's not right. It's not the aging process that's causing this struggle. It's not about getting older, or being weaker, or not having enough strength. The truth is, something deeper is being ignored, something that's often overlooked by doctors, by family members, and even by you. It's not your age, it's not your fault, you're not broken. What's happening inside your body isn't just about time passing. It's about something physical, something that can be treated, something that doesn't have to define your life. And yet this hidden truth is often left unspoken. You're told to accept it, to live with it, when in reality, it's not just a part of getting older. It's a problem that many seniors face: nerve damage, medication side effects, pelvic floor dysfunction, things that can be treated, things that don't need to take away your dignity, your comfort, your freedom. This isn't your fault. And it's time to understand what's really going on inside your body. Because no one should have to live in fear of something they can't control. You deserve more than just being told it's a part of getting older. You deserve answers. You deserve a life where you can trust your body again. Millions of seniors are being told the same lie, over and over again. It's just part of getting older. It's a message that's been drilled into them for years, but that lie is keeping people trapped in a cycle of confusion, frustration, and for so many this isn't just an inconvenience. It's a daily struggle that affects their quality of life. And even worse, they're told there's nothing that can be done. They're told to accept it, to live with it, because it's normal. But here's the truth. It's not a natural part of aging. Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 seniors are dealing with some form of incontinence? That's millions of people who are silently suffering in isolation, too embarrassed to talk about it, too afraid to seek help. Yet despite these staggering numbers, the majority of seniors never get the support they need. Why? Because they've been told that it's just part of getting old. But let's dig deeper. The truth is, there's so much more going on than just weakened muscle. Most people think that incontinence is simply a sign that the muscles aren't strong enough anymore. It's an oversimplified explanation that doesn't even begin to address the complexity of the issue. In reality, there are often deeper factors at play, and these are rarely addressed by doctors or even family members. Factors like nerve damage, medication side effects, and pelvic floor dysfunction, things that can be treated, managed, and sometimes even reversed. When we talk about nerve damage, we're not talking about just the passing of time. For many seniors, conditions like diabetes or spinal injuries are silently damaging the nerves that control bladder function, leading to an uncontrollable urge to go, even when they're unable to make it in time. Then there are the medications. So many seniors are on multiple prescriptions. Medications for blood pressure, for depression, for chronic pain. And many of these have side effects that directly impact bladder control. But because this side effect is often brushed aside, many seniors live with these struggles for years without knowing that their medications are part of the problem. And perhaps the most hidden cause is pelvic floor dysfunction, a condition that weakens the muscles responsible for controlling bladder function. It's not just about muscles being weak. These muscles can become imbalanced. They can fail to coordinate properly, leading to accidents that no one should have to deal with. This is especially common in women after childbirth or after certain surgery. Yet this often goes unrecognized, as people continue to believe it's just something that happens as they age. This isn't just about being older. It's about being misinformed. The damage caused by these issues can be life-changing, and yet it's often ignored or minimized. And for those who do struggle with incontinence, the emotional toll is immense. The frustration of knowing your body isn't doing what it used to. The embarrassment of feeling like you have to hide this problem from others. The isolation that comes from avoiding social situations or even leaving the house. It can feel like a prison, one you didn't build, but are forced to live in. The emotional impact isn't just physical discomfort. It's a deep sense of loss, a loss of confidence, a loss of freedom. Seniors are told they have to live with this, but it doesn't have to be this way. And that's the problem. So many seniors are suffering in silence because they've been told it's just part of aging. They don't know that there are solutions, that treatments exist to address the root causes of their struggles. But first, we need to break the myth. We need to acknowledge that incontinence is not inevitable. It's not a consequence of getting older. It's a medical issue, one that can be understood, managed and treated. And most importantly, it's something that shouldn't be hidden or ignored any longer. It's time to stop accepting that this is just how it is. It's time to demand answers. It's time to fight back against the lie that says this is normal, because it's not, and we deserve better. Let's talk about what's really happening inside your body. The truth is, what's going on with your bladder and your body isn't just about aging. It's about a combination of factors, hidden causes, that are affecting you every day, even though you might not realize it. Let's break it down. Nerve damage. One of the biggest culprits of bladder issues in seniors is nerve damage. This isn't just about your muscles getting weak. It's about nerve function being compromised. For example, diabetes can damage the nerves that control your bladder, causing your body to send mixed signals. You might feel the need to go, but the nerves can't communicate properly with the bladder, leading to accidents. Spinal issues and injuries can also affect the nerves that control bladder function. If you've had back surgery or suffered from a spinal injury, it's possible that your bladder control has been impacted. These conditions often go unnoticed because people are focused on the back or spine itself, not realizing that nerve damage can extend far beyond the initial injury. Medication side effects. Next, let's talk about the medications you're taking. Did you know that many common prescriptions can have side effects that directly impact your bladder control? It's true, but most doctors won't tell you that your prescription might actually be part of the problem. For example, antidepressants are known to interfere with the signals between the brain and the bladder, sometimes making it harder to control when you go. Blood pressure medications, while necessary for controlling hypertension, can also have a diuretic effect, making you need to go to the bathroom more often. And diuretics, also known as water pills, force your body to eliminate extra fluid, increasing the frequency of bathroom trips. These medications are helping manage other health concerns, but their side effects often go unnoticed. You're given a prescription to treat one problem, but you end up with a side effect that makes your life even harder. Most doctors won't mention this connection, but it's important to understand that these medications could be contributing to your struggles. 3. Pelvic floor dysfunction. Finally, let's talk about pelvic floor dysfunction, a condition that often gets overlooked. Your pelvic floor is a group of muscles and tissues that support your bladder, bowels, and other organs. For these organs to work properly, the muscles and nerves need to work in harmony. But what happens when they don't? Pelvic floor dysfunction occurs when the muscles become weak, too tight, or fail to coordinate properly. This can happen for many reasons: childbirth, surgeries, or even inactivity. For women, childbirth puts extra strain on the pelvic floor, and sometimes that damage never fully heals, leading to problems down the line. Inactivity, especially later in life, weakens these muscles even further, making it harder to control bladder function. And if you've had pelvic surgeries or undergone certain medical procedures, your pelvic floor could have been weakened, leading to the same issues. Pelvic floor dysfunction often causes a lack of control over your bladder, leading to leakage or the inability to fully empty your bladder. The muscles and nerves simply aren't working together the way they should. These issues, nerve damage, medication side effects, and pelvic floor dysfunction, are real, and they're affecting millions of seniors. But the biggest problem is that most people don't know these are the causes behind their struggles. They're told to accept it as part of aging, but it's not. It's something that can be addressed and treated. It's not your fault, and it's not inevitable. So now, let's take a closer look at what you can do about it. Meet Carol. At 71 years old, she thought she'd never live without pads again. For years, she felt trapped by her incontinence. She tried everything: medications, dietary changes, exercises, but nothing seemed to work. She didn't feel like herself anymore. Simple outings became a challenge. Social events, family gatherings, even just walking around the house, all became moments of fear. Fear of an accident, fear of embarrassment. Carol had resigned herself to the idea that this was just part of getting older. But then everything changed. One day, Carol decided to take a different approach. She found a specialist who didn't just focus on aging as the cause of her struggles. They dove deeper, looking at her specific medical history, her medications, and her overall health. After a thorough assessment, it became clear that Carol wasn't experiencing normal age-related issues at all. It wasn't just weakened muscles. It was nerve damage caused by diabetes that was affecting her bladder. It was also the medication side effects from her blood pressure meds, which were contributing to the problem. And what was really missing was the focus on her pelvic floor. Her pelvic floor muscles were weak and uncoordinated, which is common after years of inactivity and the strain of health problems. This combination of issues was what led to her struggle. With the right treatment, customized pelvic floor therapy, medication adjustments, and nerve restoration techniques, Carol was able to regain control. It wasn't overnight, but with time and consistent care, she regained her dignity. She stopped using pads. She started trusting her body again. Carol's story is one of many. It shows us that incontinence isn't something you just have to deal with as you age. It's not an unavoidable consequence of growing older. With the right diagnosis and the right treatment, anyone can regain control of their body. As a professional working with seniors every day, I can tell you that incontinence isn't just about aging. It's often caused by other treatable factors. For example, nerve damage from conditions like diabetes is one of the most common but least recognized causes of bladder dysfunction in older adults. Likewise, pelvic floor dysfunction is a condition that affects millions of women and men, particularly after childbirth or surgery. Many seniors suffer in silence, thinking it's just a natural part of growing older, but it's not. The good news is that treatment options are available, and the right approach can make a world of difference. Pelvic floor therapy, nerve treatments, and even simple lifestyle changes can significantly improve bladder control. There's no reason why someone should be forced to live in discomfort or embarrassment because of a condition that's treatable. Carol's story isn't unique. There are millions of seniors like her who think they're stuck, that this is just something they have to live with. But as Carol's case shows, treatment, not aging, restored her dignity and confidence, and it can do the same for you. It's about awareness and reclaiming control. Too many seniors have been told they simply have to live with it. They've been made to believe that incontinence and toileting struggles are just a part of getting old. But here's the truth. This isn't about weakness, and it's definitely not something you have to accept. It's about understanding the real causes, whether it's nerve damage, pelvic floor dysfunction, or medication side effects, and knowing that solutions are available. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to endure this any longer. There is hope, and there are steps you can take to regain your confidence, your dignity, and your freedom. There are physical therapy options, specifically designed to help with pelvic floor dysfunction, exercises that can strengthen and retrain the muscles that control your bladder. It's not just about Kegels. It's about a holistic approach that takes into account your body's unique needs and challenges. But it's not just therapy. If medications are part of the problem, a medication review with your doctor could uncover potential side effects contributing to your struggles. Your healthcare provider can adjust your prescriptions, find alternatives, or even recommend treatments to address the underlying issue. And if you're dealing with nerve damage, there are advanced therapies that can help regenerate those nerves and restore normal function. You don't have to simply cope. You can actually restore what's been lost. This is about more than just addressing a physical problem. It's about reclaiming control over your life. It's about knowing that you can have a life free from the constant fear and embarrassment of toileting struggle. It's about taking action, empowering yourself to seek the right solutions, to find the right help, and to never stop believing that things can get better. No one should have to live in isolation, hiding from the world because of something that can be fixed. It's time to break free from the shame, from the silence, and from the belief that this is just normal. The real power comes from knowledge, and now that you know the truth, you can take the first step toward regaining control. So don't wait. Reach out for help. Reclaim your dignity, your freedom, and your life. You deserve it. Now that you know the truth, it's time to take action. Don't let another day go by living in discomfort or fear. You have the power to make a change. Reach out to a healthcare professional today to discuss your symptoms and explore the options available to you. Whether it's pelvic floor therapy, a medication review, or nerve treatments, there are real solutions waiting for you. Take control of your health. Take the first step toward a life free from the struggles that have held you back. If you found this video helpful, like it and subscribe to the channel for more valuable information and tips. Comment below and share your story, your thoughts, or any questions you may have. We're here to help each other. Don't wait. Act now. Your dignity, your freedom, and your future are all within reach.